Hola. Um, yeah, good update again today. February 23rd, 2022. Uh, yeah, my voice is breaking again. I did get to go see Dr. Shindy about my radiation today. Um, because my lymph nodes have resolved and no new metastases are popping up in other parts of my body, he is going to irradiate both my pelvis, lymph nodes, and my chest to help mop things up, which is really good news because before it was too much area to radiate. you know, they were assuming that all my lymph nodes along, all the way down my midsection were affected, but that didn't happen. The lymph node in my chest is resolved through chemo. They are going to hit it with the radiation just to be sure it stays gone. Um, I'm going to get 25 radiation treatments here at Wilson County Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center. Um, it's going to have to wait 3 more weeks because I got a Avastin treatment last Wednesday for my chemo. So that you can't use Avastin with the radiation. It causes too many side effects. So he's going to wait 3 weeks before he starts with the radiation treatment. Um, I've got more good news too. He did do the pelvic exam on me, and the mass near my cervix has shrunk enough I won't have to get shish kebabbed for brachytherapy, which is a huge relief for me. What they're going to do, they're going to put an implant in there, a little pocket, um, and it's going to go in through my vagina up into my pelvis. And they're going to be able to stitch that in, and they'll administer my brachytherapy through that little pocket. Now, the little pocket's going to stay in for weeks and weeks. And it sounds really uncomfortable. I haven't looked it up much. This is a very unconventional treatment that they're giving me with the chest node. The thoracic node is what he called it, and the pelvis at the same time. Um, in addition to the Keytruda, and they're going to switch the carboplatin to another type of platinum drug. It's very similar. I forgot the name of it, and I forgot to look it up. But that will be going on with my radiation treatment. So, more good news. Side effects. Oh boy. Wow. So many side effects. Hopefully it won't happen to me. The scariest one was a bowel obstruction. Um, yeah, he said that if that happens, they're going to have to put a tube in my nose, drain out my guts, let it heal up. Oh man, it sounds just awful. Yeah, but hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully everything will stay regular. Hopefully the targeting will be good to not affect my bowel too much. Um, there'll be some bleeding from, my bladder and from my rectum, of course, because of the scar tissue that's going to develop. Um, let's see. Well, there's so much going on. I haven't really looked up the procedure he's going to do, but I'm going to look it up again because when I did look up brachytherapy, they showed this. There's another way to describe it. It's like a shish kebab machine, where they just skewer you several different points with. It looks just like shish kebabs, and insert the radiation that way. Luckily, that won't happen. I don't need that. They will. I will get a visit with a gynecologist oncologist. She's going on maternity leave soon, so hopefully she'll be able to do my procedure. But I'm sure gynecologist, oncologist can do this. I don't have to go back to Dr. Num Num for surgery. The way he put it, if there was 1,000 cases like mine and they had something to go on, to where surgery would improve my outcome, then he would, recommend it, but there isn't. There just is no benefit because this type of a tumor, mass, is best treated. It can also be done with radiation and have the same outcome. Of course, that doesn't include the one in my chest as well, because that's very unique. All cancer is different. And going around treating this, I had to explain how Dr. Payton's just pretty much throwing the kitchen sink at me as far as chemo to see what works, because I couldn't find any markers. He understood, because it is very unusual. It's weird. There's really no textbook protocol to my type of cancer treatment. Normally, a hysterectomy would work, but it won't do any good in my case. I could get the surgery, but as far as improving my outcome, it may not. So it's not really a big deal. I'm worried about the scar tissue that he described. Hopefully he'll have good targeting with the radiation beam and not, damage too much down there. Let's see. Oh, the hours. I was hoping to get in first thing in the morning, have Doug, open the gates at the center, and then I'd be able to come into work. But they don't start treatments till 9 o'clock. So Dr. Shindy suggested that I just leave early from work and come in and get the last appointment of the day at 3. And that might work better. I'll talk to Doug about that and see if we can split the shift that way. If not, I'll have to go back to just working weekends. Yeah. Oh, my Keytruda treatment last week. The best way to describe Keytruda is it is an immunotherapy, and it does work wonders for a lot of people. It is basically a miracle drug, but it doesn't always work for everybody. But the side effects are probably worse than what I had with the carboplatin, Avastin, and Taxol combined, because the effects are so long-lasting and unpredictable. I was, let's see, I had it Wednesday. I went to work on Thursday. All was fine. Came home. Friday, cleaned my house a little bit, did some stuff. Went back to work on Saturday, and I started having nausea, constipation. I know, TMI. Anyways, I did take a laxative. Needless to say, Sunday, I gave myself diarrhea. It was just awful. I was so miserable all day. I had nausea, diarrhea, and just drained. Dizziness, just, miserable. All Monday, President's Day, I spent in bed just because I could. I didn't sleep. I just laid in bed watching Netflix all day. Yesterday I spent most of the day in bed because of dizzy spells and just being drained. If that's the worst side effect I got, I guess it's really not that bad because, last night I did cook some pork ribs. They were delicious. Ate a good dinner, had vegetables with some truffle salt and butter and my pork ribs. And today I woke up feeling pretty good. I had to lay down right before my doctor appointment this afternoon. But ever since then I've been okay. Like I said, a little drained. Dr. Shindy did suggest I just start going to bed an hour early. and, you know, that'll help me adjust. But I heard to go to bed like 2 hours earlier. I'm getting a lot more sleep than what I normally do, and I'm asleep all night. I don't wake up at night, which is really something. But yeah, tired, fatigued. It's going on 8 o'clock now, and I'm gonna go hit the hay anyway. But, anyways, that's my good news report for today. I'll see you later.